All right, this is Craig LeBlanc with the Daily Parks and Rec Show. Apologize for being a whole hour and 6 minutes late today. Had something come up that I just could not get off the phone with somebody in Parks and Rec, so it's good news. Um, but I did want to. I don't have a guest today. I've got a full week tomorrow, so just to kind of tell y'all a little bit about what's going on next week. Try to give y'all a heads up. Thank everyone for sharing and liking and getting our LinkedIn and Facebook accounts so that we are now live on Facebook and LinkedIn, and it's not my personal profile. So, what a great victory for the Daily Parks and Rec Show. We are a growing Parks and Rec media company, and could not have done it without the followers, without the subscribers. These platforms will not allow you to go live until you have a minimum number of followers, and we crossed that threshold yesterday on both accounts. So the Facebook page of the Daily Parks and Rec Show and the LinkedIn page of the Daily Parks and Rec Show now have enough to go live. So this is the second time that we're able to go live off of Craig LeBlanc's account, which is how we launched this. So, congratulations to the team. Congratulations to everybody that's helping to network for us to get the word out so that this unbelievable content and the life stories of our Parks and Rec leaders, a lot of them directors, is now getting out on the proper platforms. From day one, we were able to go live on the X account, and our next milestone will be reaching 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So please, if you have not liked and subscribed to our YouTube channel until we cross 1,000, which I think we're getting close to like 150. Actually, let me give you all the exact number. Let's see where we're at. I'm going to pull this up real quick. Patience. Let's see. I want to say 136 subscribers. So very new account. And this is a very niche market. There's only about 300,000, maybe 320,000 um, Parks and Rec professionals nationwide. So this isn't a market where we expect to get millions of followers for Parks and Rec. We are creating content for an industry that I believe in, that has been close to my heart for many years, and so it's going to be its own little channel. Just like there was a channel for sports, and like MTV was one for music, and then we've got political channels and money channels and stuff like that. We're going to create a media company to create content for the Parks and Rec industry. And this is episode number 76. So we're getting close to our 100th episode, less than 24 episodes away. So if we're doing 5 a week, that's roughly about a little over a month, maybe 5 weeks away. We will have our 100th anniversary, 100th episode celebration. We'll do something special. I don't even know what date that's going to fall on, but I think what I want to do is I want to invite a lot of the people that came back on to maybe just come visit, maybe a 3-hour show for 5 or 10 minutes, and let us know what's going on, do a panel, and just kind of do a little celebration like that. So I'll start having the team kick some ideas around. Just wanted to give you all an update. Our designers, Chris and Catherine, are doing such a great job on the back end creating these thumbnails. You'll notice the video thumbnails are getting better. We're even having little synopsis and teasers in the front we're starting to create. We'll have video links to other videos on the backside. We've got a couple of networkers that are working their tail off trying to network and get the word out on LinkedIn about the channel and what we're doing, and inviting them onto the show. So appreciate all the hard work that they're doing. There's quite a team working together on this. Also appreciate all the people that have um, bought some of our services from us, which allows us to continue to build this channel. We've had a couple of park systems that have bought the LED light from us as well. This is a light that I've manufactured and sold for a decade in the Parks and Rec industry. So I brought this along with me as our funding source. We've also got a lot of people helping us just give feedback. I want to thank everyone that's given us feedback on this channel. It is truly directing what we look like, how we grow this channel, the topics that we speak about, the people that we bring on. Almost everyone on this that has come probably in the last maybe dozen shows was a recommendation of someone else in Parks and Rec that said, "You should get this person on the show. They're well respected. They have a good message." And so we reached out to them and they came on the show. And so without the recommendations of the Parks and Rec people on who might be good guests, we wouldn't have many guests. Um, we are also getting great brand recommendations and topic recommendations, and even, hey, did you notice on Facebook you've got this advertisement for StreamYard? We're fixing some of those problems. And so this has only been, let's see, we started this late November, December, January, February. We're only in March. This is probably approaching our fourth month of doing this. So I can't wait to see where we are. Wanted to give you all a little insight as to well, actually, let me tell you who's coming on next week. So we got a full week next week. We've got Jamie Sabak, a highly respected lady out in the Colorado area, and you may have heard her speak on sustainability and being able to support financially the park system you have. And one thing she highlights is park leadership has a hard time saying no. We don't have the staff, we don't have the bandwidth. If we add that, we're just going to neglect and further neglect our current system. And so she's got a really powerful message that I think is not very popular. This isn't, it's almost like when your accountant calls you and says, "Hey, we got to cut some expenses." That's never a popular never a popular voice in your company. And Jamie is that kind of voice of reason. I think that comes and says, "Hey, let's make sure that we are um, being good stewards of the property and the funding and the finances and the team that we have to run this uh, park and rec department, and not pass on a nightmare to the next director where there's not enough money, there's not enough staff, we're stretched thin, and the deferred maintenance bill just keeps getting kicked down the road. Let's make sure that we have well-maintained facilities that are well-funded, that are well-staffed, and that the park systems that we have are run well and are well-funded and are well taken care of before we go sign off on some big project that's going to really diminish our ability to run a good park system. And so I love that message. It really is the responsible thing to do. And she delivers that message, probably one of the best in the country that delivers that message. So I can't wait to have her on the show. She came highly recommended, actually. Um, I think when I asked the question, "Is there anyone else you would like to have on the show?" Her name came up 4 times. So very well respected. She's obviously doing something right, so can't wait to have her on the show. We have also Jason Herbster, Steve Lawson, and Chad Norton, in that order, coming on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I've got a slew of phone calls of other directors and influencers and superintendents that I'm working with to get them on the show. So appreciate everybody giving us their time to tell their story and helping to share the message that they've had inside of Parks and Rec with this media company built for Parks and Recreation. Really, we wouldn't have any message or content without these people, aside from me just telling you how much I love and appreciate the community of Parks and Rec. So if you haven't seen it already, we yesterday had a great interview with Molly Keys over in Connecticut. What a great interview that was. She is one of our young leaders. Um, Eventually, hopefully, I will be able to say towards the end of the show, click that link and there's the video and stuff. So that's some of the functionality that we're opening up as we become better, more mature at developing this media company for Parks and Recreation. So anyway, that's our guest. Next is for the last few days, I've been talking about expanding out the hours. This is going to be happening. I don't know if I can get all this done before NRPA because we've got a lot of moving parts here. We also have got a few sponsors that may be going to have conversations with that can help put some fuel in our tank. If you are a vendor listening to this and you would like to be a sponsor of this show, please reach out to me on LinkedIn and we can have a discussion around how you can help support the creation of this media company dedicated to Parks and Recreation. But when I say expand it out, now we do a 1 hour show 5 days a week. I'd like to do a 3-hour show 5 days a week. I will continue to run the 12 noon show, but I will need help running the 11 a.m. Eastern. All these times are Eastern, even though I'm in Central. 11 a.m. Eastern show around maintenance, park maintenance, pool maintenance, groundskeepers, facilities maintenance, craftsmen, from electricians, HVAC, plumbers, you name it, all maintenance, Parks and Rec. We want to make a whole hour dedicated to that, leading up to the 12 noon show, which is where I interview the leaders of the community, the influencers of the community, talk about the why, talk about the career choice, career path, that kind of stuff. And then we want to have a programming hour after that. And so it really is starting. We want to make a media company that addresses and is a place for Parks and Recreation to display who we are, what we are, how we do it, the mission, the whys, that kind of stuff. And we'd like to expand that out to a 3-hour show. I think we can get that done by the end of the year. I've got a lot of tech stuff on the back end that we're sorting through. The next layer, our first layer was to just get our tech stack organized, and now we're trying to add all this tech to the video creation and then the distribution and the platforms and stuff. So take some time to do all this. I'm hoping by 12 months we're going to have really something special. I was telling one of our videographers today that I'm hoping that I will, at a bare minimum, hire a professional photographer and a professional videographer to join the team at NRPA in Orlando to really capture the event of the annual convention, to capture us as a podcast live at the event, and really start to give on-site live footage back to our design team so they can really create, because you can only create so much good content without having live shots, live images, live video. So it's almost like hiring your wedding photographer or your wedding videographer to capture the moment. Then you hand that to somebody and they create something special to remember the event. So we want to do something like that for the organization of NRPA, for the overall community of Parks and Recreation, and really help to get the word out to the young people, high schoolers and college kids, young professionals, to try to get them, some of our best and brightest, into an industry that is so compelling and that we believe in so much. And we really think, unfortunately, it's somewhat of a best kept secret, at least among college goers and high school kids. And so we want to change that and actually make this something that they consider from a young age and look forward to being a part of as they get into their adult careers and jobs and stuff like that. Okay. So I think that's all I have on that for today. Again, we are a media company for Parks and Recreation, airing every day, 12 noon Eastern, Monday through Friday, not every day, weekdays. And I am your host, Craig LeBlanc, aka the Doorman. And I will see y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. Thank y'all so much for the love and support throughout this week. Y'all have an awesome weekend, and I will see y'all here again for an action-packed week starting on Monday. Y'all have an awesome weekend, guys. Love y'all. Bye.
When you invest in our high-performance LED sports arena lights, you're not just upgrading your facilities, you're helping us illuminate the untold stories of Parks and Recreation communities. Every purchase directly supports the Daily Parks and Rec Show, a media platform on a mission to celebrate the heart and soul of our local parks and programs. From after-school activities to summer leagues, these spaces shape lives, and their stories deserve to be told. Why your support matters. Capturing community impact. Your contribution helps us assemble a talented team of digital artists,